Welcome to the quarterfinals of the 2024 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. This is the fifth quarterfinal contest, and it's going to feature Osei Tutu Senior High School, GSTS, and Apam Senior High School. I am pleased to remind you of the Goal Super Bonanza. This is going to be taking place in the final round of competition. At that time, solving all 4 riddles fetches 2,000 Ghana cedis. If you solve 3 of the 4 riddles, you get 1,600 Ghana cedis. If you solve 2 out of the 4, you get 1,000 Ghana cedis. And if you solve even a single riddle, you get 500 Ghana cedis. All from GOL PLC. Thank you, GOL. Before we meet the contestants, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with GOL PLC and supported by Joy News, Pepsodent, Jupe Money Transfer, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Beta Malt, ALX, Kivo, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Coronation Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, University of Mines and Technology, Academic City University College, PMMC Jewelry, GTP, CHAS, YFM, and Girl Mark Foundation. My name is Elsie Efakofman. I'm the Dean of the School of Engineering Sciences at the University of Ghana. Now let's meet the contestants. Apam Senior High School is represented by
Rudolph Nila Titete. Nana Ufi Party.
You're most welcome, gentlemen. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Great. I would like you to tell us about Apam Senior High School. What does the world need to know about Apam Senior High School?
So, Apam Senior High School is a secondary school which was established in 1953 at Apam Padu and relocated to Mofafa Adrin, where it is right now. And our school is a center for academic excellence and character training.
All right. Thank you for sharing. I wish you the very best. Osei Tutu Senior High School is represented by
Amadou Aslam.
You are welcome, gentlemen. How are you? Good. And so, please, what does the world need to know about Osei Tutu Senior High School?
Okay. Osei Tutu Senior High School is located in Achimamwabeja North District, Ekropong, Ashanti region. And Osei Tutu Senior High School is an all-boys school, which was established in the year 1940. And the motto of our school goes, "My utmost for his highest."
All right. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And best wishes today. GSTS is represented by
Timothy Kofi Obio.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yes, fine.
Wonderful. Please tell the world about GSTS. What do we need to know?
Okay, so GSTS was established in 1909. It's the third oldest school in Ghana, and it has the most well-planned school it's the most well-planned school in West Africa.
I see.
Yes. And GSTS have been in the finals 3 times in NSMQ, and we have won 1. That's in 2012.
All right. Thank you for sharing, and best wishes today. Contestants, the contest, as always, comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is the round for fundamental concepts. I have simple and direct questions. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 remaining schools for a bonus. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, a bonus point. If not, there's a penalty, 1 point. In order to access this bonus, please pay careful attention. You must wait for a verbal determination of the correctness or otherwise of the question. Please, is that clear? So you may see me do all sorts of things until that verbal determination is made. Do not ring for bonus. Is that clear? All right, thank you. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. Gentlemen, all questions are to be answered in 1 attempt. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set of questions, you have 30 seconds of time, and I have a preamble to all schools, after which I'll start with you, GSTS. Preamble to all schools. Find the solution set of the compound inequality. That's the preamble. GSTS, 1 less than x squared less than 4. Hadir.
Yes. So x is such that -2 less than x less than 2.
That's incorrect. No, that's incorrect. Now for bonus. Yes.
X is such that x is a member of all real numbers where 1 less than x less than 2 or -2 less than x less than -1.
That's the right answer. With the same preamble, Osei Tutu, 9 less than x squared less than 25. Yes, Elliot.
X is such that 3 less than x less than 5 or -5 less than x less than -3.
You are right. Your major question with the same preamble. 16 less than x squared less than 49. Rudolph.
X is a set of all real numbers where 4 less than x less than 7 or -7 less than x less than -4.
You are right. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Find the magnitude of the magnetic flux density near the center of. Find the magnitude of the magnetic flux density near the center of. GSTS. a 0.50 meter long solenoid wound with 200 turns through which a 4.0 ampere current flows. Yes, Timothy.
Okay, so the magnetic flux density is equal to 3.5 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 4 Tesla.
That's incorrect. Yes, Aslam.
2.0 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 3 Tesla.
You're right. Now your major question with the same preamble. A 0.25 meter long solenoid wound with 80 turns through which a 6.0 ampere current flows. Elliot.
90. It is given us. It is given us 2.4 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 3 Tesla.
You're right. With the same preamble, Apam, a 0.40 meter long solenoid wound with 150 turns through which a 9.0 ampere current flows. Rudolph.
4.3 by 10 to an exponent of negative 3 Tesla.
That's incorrect. Yes, Elliot.
4.2 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 3 Tesla.
Yes. All right. So for this next one, it's one of those with a common question. I move around gathering correct answers, right? When I get to your school, please provide me with an answer that is correct and different from what has already been said. Okay, no bonus. Okay, so this is the question. Please pay attention. For years now, Ghana has been grappling with the devastating impacts of illegal small-scale mining practices, popularly called galamsey. These practices have contributed to significant environmental impacts, including deforestation, water pollution, and soil degradation. Among the human health impacts is the release of toxic metals. Besides mercury, I'm repeating, besides mercury, name one, only one, of the top 4 most toxic metals that may be released from galamsey activities. All right, I'm starting with you, GSTS, first choice. Timothy.
Okay, so copper.
That's incorrect. I'm moving on. Osei Tutu. Aslam.
Okay, we have lead.
Okay, I'll accept that. Apam. Nana Kofi.
We have platinum.
That's incorrect. Okay. Considering how bad the situation is, I'm surprised that young people are not aware of the heavy toxic metals that we are unleashing upon ourselves. So mercury obviously is one. Aside from mercury, we have arsenic, we have cadmium, we have chromium, and then of course the lead, which I heard from you. This is very serious, When this gets into our water and our food chain, it's very difficult to get out, and they have toxic effects. Please, galamsey is not a good thing. All right. Next set, 10 seconds. I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Taxes may be described as oriented locomotory reactions of motile organisms when exposed to a single source of stimulus. Name the type of taxes described. This means when I come to you, I will give you a description of a type of taxes. I am expecting you to name it. I hope it's clear. All right, so GSTS. It refers to an animal maintaining a constant angle to a stimulus. The silkworm moth, for instance, flies at an angle perpendicular to the direction of the wind to pick up a scent trail. Yes, Timothy?
Chemotaxis.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. All right, I'll hold on to your answer for a bit. Osei Tutu with the same preamble. It refers to movement through a gradient while taking successive samples of the environment. Aslam.
We have positive osmotaxis.
No. For bonus. Okay, I'm holding on to yours as well. With the same preamble, Apam. It literally means memory movement. It describes navigation through the use of landmarks. Many birds navigate using landmarks, as do salmon. Yes, Nana Kofi?
Chemotaxis.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay. So GSTS, yours was menotaxis. Menotaxis. Osei Tutu, yours was clinotaxis or clinotaxis. And Apam, yours was pneumotaxis. Nemo, M-N-E-M-O, taxis. All right. Please, I hope you've learned something new today. Okay. Next set, preamble to all schools. Preamble. Find the values of the constants B, C, and D if the cubic curve y is equal to x cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d has a stationary point at P and a point of inflection at Q given One more time. Find the values of the constants b, c, and d if the cubic curve y is equal to x cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d has a stationary point p, a stationary point at p, and a point of inflection at q given. All right, so GSTS. The coordinates of p are 0, 5, and the coordinates of q are 1, 3. Timothy.
B equals -3, C equals 5, and D equals 5.
2 out of 3. I'll come back. Yes, Rudolph.
Okay. D is equal to 3. B is equal to -3. And C is equal to 2.
2 out of 3. Okay, so now let me share the right answers. I'll start with you, Apam. B is -3, C is 0, and D is 3. Osei Tutu, B is 0, C is -3, and D is -3. That's the one you had wrong, the -3 for D. And then GSTS, B is -3, D is 5. What you had wrong was the C. C is 0. Okay. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. All faces of a cube of side 5.0 centimeters are thermally insulated except for a pair of opposite faces which are maintained at temperatures T1 and T2. Did you get that? One more time. All faces of a cube of side 5.0 centimeters are thermally insulated except for a pair of opposite faces which are maintained at temperatures T1 and T2. GSTS, if T1 is equal to 92 degrees Celsius, T2 is equal to 26 degrees Celsius, and the thermal conductivity of the cube is 0.30 watt per meter Kelvin, find the quantity of heat that flows through the cube in 15 seconds. Timothy.
So we have 8.3 by 10 raised to an exponent of -1 joule.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Yes, Aslam.
Okay, we have 1.5 kilojoule.
That's incorrect. I will hold on to the answer for now. With the same preamble, your major question. If T1 equals 72 degrees Celsius, T2 equals 46 degrees Celsius, and the thermal conductivity of the cube is 0.40 watt per meter Kelvin, Find the quantity of heat that flows through the cube in 25 seconds. Elliot.
1.3 kilojoule.
That's incorrect. We're bonus. I'm holding on for a moment. Apam, with the same preamble. If T1 equals 86 degrees Celsius, T2 equals 16 degrees Celsius, and the thermal conductivity of the cube is 0.28 watt per meter Kelvin. Find the quantity of heat that flows through the cube in 8.0 seconds. Yes, Rudolph.
7.8 by 10 to an exponent of 1 joule.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay, so now the answers. GSTS, yours was 15 joules. Osei Tutu, yours was 13 joules. And then Apam, yours was 7.8 joules. All right, next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Alcohols may undergo dehydration in the presence of strong inorganic acids and heat. In the absence of rearrangement, give the major product formed when the given alcohol undergoes dehydration. Did you get your preamble? Okay, no response means yes. So GSTS, 3-methyl-2-butanol. Timothy.
Okay, so we have 3-methyl-butan-2-ene.
That's incorrect. Yes, Elliot.
3-methyl-1-butene.
That's incorrect. I'll hold on to the answer for now. Your major question with the same preamble. 2-methyl-cyclopentanol. Yes, Aslam.
Okay. The major product formed is, we have 2-methyl-1-cyclopentene.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay, I'll come back to you. Apam, with the same preamble. 3,3-dimethyl-2-butanol. Rudolph.
3,3-dimethyl butene.
Two out of three. All right. So, GSTS, yours was 2-methyl-2-butene or 2-methyl-but-2-ene. Osei Tutu, yours was 1-methyl-cyclopentene. Okay. And then yours, Apam, was 3,3-dimethyl-1-butene or 3,3-dimethyl-but-1-ene. You see why I had to give you partial credit. Next set 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Name the part of the nephron whose function in filtering waste and maintaining homeostatic balance is described. So when I get to you, I will describe something to you. Name the part of the nephron whose function in filtering waste and maintaining homeostatic balance is the description I give you. I hope that's all right. Okay, GSTS. It reabsorbs ions, water, and nutrients from the filtrate into the interstitial fluid and actively transports toxins and drugs from the interstitial fluid into the filtrate. Or it also adjusts blood pH by selectively secreting ammonia into the filtrate where it reacts with H+ to form NH4+. Timothy.
Proximal convoluted tubule.
You are right. Osei Tutu. It reabsorbs solutes and water from the filtrate, forming dilute urine. Aslam.
Okay, we have the distal convoluted tubule.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Yes, Nana Kofi.
A proximal convoluted tubule.
No. I'll come back to you with the answer. Now, your major question with the same preamble. K+ and H+ ions are selectively secreted into the filtrate, while Na+, Cl-, and HCO3- ions are reabsorbed to maintain pH and electrolyte balance in the blood. Yes, Nana Kofi.
The distal convoluted tubule.
That's right. Okay, so I need to give you the answer. It's the collecting duct. The collecting duct. All right, next set 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Completely identify the curve defined by the given pair of equations. That means when I get to you, I'll give you a pair of equations. Please completely identify the curve that is defined by the equations I give you. All right, so GSTS, your equations. X is equal to 3 multiplied by cosine of theta plus 4. And y is equal to 3 multiplying the sine of theta minus 5. Timothy.
Okay. So we have a fraction with numerator, the square of the expression, x plus 5, and denominator 9, plus a fraction with numerator, the square of the expression, x minus 4, and denominator 9 equals 1.
That's incorrect. Yes, Nana Kofi.
It is a circle with radius 3 and center 4, -5.
You are right. Osei Tutu with the same preamble. Your equations. X is equal to 2 multiplying the cosine of theta minus 5. And y is equal to 2 multiplying the sine of theta plus 7. Aslam?
Okay, so it is an equation of a circle with radius 2 units and center -5, 7.
You're right. Your major question with the same preamble, Apam. Your equations. X is equal to 5 multiplied by the cosine of theta minus 6. And y is equal to 5 multiplying the sine of theta plus 8. Rudolph?
It is a circle with radius 5 units and center -6, 8.
You are right. Next set 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Find the Curie constant for the given paramagnetic material using the given data. Did you get it? All right. So, GSTS. The magnetic susceptibility of aluminium is 2.2 times 10 raised to the power -5 at 20 degrees Celsius. Hadir.
Yeah. The Curie constant is 5.5 by 10 raised to an exponent of -3.
That's incorrect. Yes. Nana Kofi.
5, the Curie constant is 5.3 by 10 raised to an exponent of -3 Kelvin.
That's incorrect. I'll hold on to your answer. I'll come back. Osei Tutu with the same preamble. The magnetic susceptibility of oxygen gas is 1.9 times 10 raised to the power -6 at 20 degrees Celsius. Elliot.
4.6 by 10 raised to an exponent of -3 Kelvin.
That's incorrect. Yes, Hadir.
5.7 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 4 Kelvin.
No. All right, Apam, with the same preamble. The magnetic susceptibility of magnesium is 1.2 times 10 raised to the power negative 5 at 20 degrees Celsius. Yes, Rudolph?
3.5 by 10 to an exponent of negative 3 Kelvin.
Finally. Yes. All right. So yours was 6.4 times 10 raised to the power negative 3 Kelvin. Osei Tutu, yours was 5.6 times 10 raised to the power negative 4 Kelvin. For the bonus, you were off last digit. All right, so that is it. Next set, 30 seconds. GSTS. A weather balloon is filled with helium to a volume of 1.80 meter cubed at a level where the temperature is 27 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 110.0 kilopascal. As the balloon rises to an altitude where the temperature is negative 33 degrees Celsius and the pressure drops to 30.0 kilopascal, what will be the new volume of the balloon? Did they make it? Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So we have 4.62 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 1 meter cube.
That's incorrect. Yes.
5.28 meter cube.
Yes. Now your major question. A car tire is inflated to a volume of 12.0 decimeter cubed at 280.0 kilopascal and 27 degrees Celsius. After driving for 4.5 hours, the temperature of the tire increases to 47 degrees Celsius and the volume expands to 12.2 decimeter cubed. What will be the new pressure inside the tire? Elliot.
The new pressure is 1.05 by 10 raised to an exponent of 5 pascals.
That's incorrect. For a bonus, okay, I'm moving on. Apam. A tank holds 8.0 meter cubed of oxygen gas at 250 kilopascal and 27 degrees Celsius. If the pressure is reduced to 150 kilopascal and the volume expands to 10.0 meter cubed, what will be the new temperature of the gas in the tank in degrees Celsius? Yes, Rudolph.
48. Sure. No negative. So we have negative 48 degrees Celsius.
You're right. The answer to yours. Okay. So it's 294 kilopascal. I would have accepted 294.0 kilopascal. Okay. All right. Last set. Actually, it's one question. The last question of the round. You can do this one in 10 seconds. And it's one of those where I move around gathering right answers. No bonus. Okay. So this is the question. When I get to you, please mention one. Only one of the criteria for selecting organisms to perform crosses to study the inheritance of a few traits. So, mention one of the criteria for selecting organisms to perform crosses to study the inheritance of a few traits. GSTS, first choice. Yes, Timothy.
Okay, so the organism must be healthy and free of diseases to prevent the transmission of diseases along the line. So the organism must be free of diseases and it must be healthy. This will prevent the transmission of disease towards the next progeny.
No, I'm not accepting it. I'm moving on. Osei Tutu.
Okay.
Yes, Elliot.
The lifespan of the organism. That is how long the organism lasts and the reproductive.
Please, what are you saying? Loudly.
The lifespan of the organism. That's how long the organism takes to complete its life cycle, including its reproductive rate. And so it must have a short lifespan for easy studies.
Okay. Oh, goodness. It's painful to keep on and on. Anyway, last choice, Apam. Yes.
So the genotype of the organism is also considered. That is, if the organism is homozygous or heterozygous. And in that case, if it is dominant, as in homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive for a particular trait.
One. The interesting part about this question is that there are so many different options. You saw me reading up and down trying to get what you are trying to say. So many options. First of all, whether it's... Okay, let me not comment on you. These are the options. The parents should have different traits. Parents should have different traits. Hybridization should be easy to induce in the organism. There should be random mating or gamete fusion. The organism should have a short life cycle for convenient and early completion of the study. That's what you were saying in a long-winded way. You should have a short life cycle so that you can finish the study and know the results. The pollination procedure should be simple. That is if you are dealing with plants, right? The sets of contrasting characters chosen should be easily recognizable. The traits can be manipulated, or you should be able to manipulate them easily. And then the traits needed to be studied should be easily visible. And then the parents must be true breds. That means they must be homozygous. You are kind of getting close. That's why I gave you one. That one. Oh, so many options. Goodness. All right, that's the end of the first round. All right, before I announce the scores, a couple of corrections. Okay, so this has to do with the second set of chemistry questions. It started with alcohols may undergo dehydration in the presence of strong inorganic acids and heat. In the absence of rearrangement, give the major product formed when the given alcohol undergoes dehydration. So, Apam, the alcohol that I gave you, I hope it was legal, was 3,3-dimethyl-2-butanol, right? And what answer did you give me? You've forgotten. You've forgotten. Okay, let me tell you what you gave me. You gave me 3,3-dimethyl-butene. You did not identify the position, so it was supposed to be 3,3-dimethyl-1-butene. Okay, so by omitting that one, I have to take my partial credit from you. No points at all for that. Okay. All right. However, something else came up with the same Apam. The last question where I went around. Remember the list of all the options that were possible. The last one was the parents must be true breds. That is homozygous. What was your answer again? Do you remember your answer? Okay, what did you say?
I was talking about the genotype and also how it, like it being homozygous or heterozygous and dominant or recessive.
Homozygous or heterozygous? Okay, first of all, what I heard was the homozygous, for which reason I gave them one, but then they went on and on about certain other things which made me want to withdraw, right? That is the reason why I did not give them the full credit for that. Biology consultant, do you still want to accept heterozygous? They did, oh. They did. So my original decision stands with that one. I'm giving them one, which is what I gave you before, right? Yes. So the right answer would have been the parents must be true breds. That means they must be homozygous. They did mention homozygous, then added other things to it, for which reason I decided to give them the one. So the scores. At the end of the first round, GSTS has 4 points. Osei Tutu Senior High School has 18 points. Apam Senior High School has 18 points. Round 2. This is the Prudential Life speed race. The speed race is sponsored by Prudential Life Insurance Ghana for every life, for every future. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with questions simultaneously. So it's the same question to all 3 schools. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, GSTS? Thank you. Osei Tutu, thank you. Apam, thank you. If you ring and answer correctly, and it's the first attempt at the question, 3 points. If it's the second attempt, 2 points. And if it's the third attempt, 1 point. But please be careful, because if you try to answer a question and you are unable to do so, you provide the wrong answer or you don't answer in time, you lose a precious point. When you ring, you have 3 seconds to provide an answer. If you go beyond the 3 seconds, you will hear a bell. When you hear that bell, what it means is whatever it is you are saying at that time is your answer, which is likely to fetch the penalty point. That means, please do not tell me what question I have asked you. Do not repeat it. Do not start with "we have," the eternal "we have." That will use up your 3 seconds. Get straight to the point. Don't tell me madam and multiple madams. No. Get straight to the point. I hope that's clear. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds in which to answer. And if there are no calculations involved, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to respond. Best wishes, everyone. The first set of questions will require up to 30 seconds of your time. First one. Acid rain produces sulfuric acid that reacts with calcium carbonate in marble ornaments. Determine the mass of marble that dissolves when exposed to 80.0 centimeter cubed of 0.0240 mole per decimeter cube sulfuric acid. Yes. Rudolph.
0.192 grams.
You're right. Next one. Calculate the pH of a buffer solution that contains acetic acid and sodium acetate with respective concentrations 0.146 mole per decimeter cubed and 0.292 mole per decimeter cubed, given that the pKa of acetic acid is 4.76. Yes, Elliot.
2.08.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, Hadir.
4.9.
That's incorrect. Yes. Rudolph.
3.8. 5.38.
No. The right answer is 5.06. Ozone reacts with water to form hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. What mass of oxygen is formed in the reaction of 19.2 grams of ozone? Kadir.
25.6 grams.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds each. What muscle is the prime mover in shoulder abduction that helps to move the arm forwards? Yes. Elliot.
The triceps.
No. Forwards, sidewards, and backwards. The posterior deltoid. Why is the respiratory quotient of glucose equal to 1? Yes, Elliot?
This is because the same moles of carbon dioxide is present in the balance equation, like the same moles of carbon dioxide evolved is equal to the same moles of oxygen used.
Okay. In a pedigree chart of a trait, if two unaffected individuals, meaning neither of them has the trait, have a child with the trait, what is the most likely mode of inheritance for this trait? Okay, the right answer is autosomal recessive inheritance. Oh, yes. Do you think it's easy to be in the quarterfinals? Next set, 30 seconds each. First one. How many 5-digit whole numbers can be formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, using each digit once only? Elliot.
96.
Yes. Next one. Find the sine of the angle between the vectors. A is equal to 4i plus 3j, and B is equal to 4i minus 3j.
We have a fraction with numerator 7 and denominator 25.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes. Rudolph.
A fraction with numerator root 24 and denominator 25.
That's incorrect. Did you ring? Yes, Elliot.
24 over 25.
Yes, that's the right one. Next one. Find the next two terms in the sequence. 1, 3, 7, 15, 31, and so on. Yes, Aslam?
56 and 92.
That's incorrect. Who rang next?
So,
Yes, Timothy.
63 and 103. 27.
Yes. Last set of questions. First one, 30 seconds. A 40 Newton block on a smooth plane inclined at 45 degrees to the horizontal is pushed downward by a vertical 80 Newton force. Calculate the normal force on the block. Aslam?
Okay, we have 28 newtons.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 85 Newton. Next one, 30 seconds. A 450 kilogram wrecking ball swings at the end of a 39.2 meter long inextensible string. Find the period of small amplitude oscillations of the ball. The right answer is 13 seconds. Last one, 10 seconds. Name the property of laser light that allows interference to be observed over large path differences. Actually, anyone? Yes. Oh, how? At the end of the second round, GSTS has 7 points. Apam Senior High School has 19 points. Osei Tutu Senior High School has 21 points. Three more rounds to go. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes to present your solutions on the screens behind you. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Contestants, you may rise. Please drop your pens. And now you may pick up the sheet so that we can read. We are only reading at this stage. Please face the audience. Problem of the day. A closed cylindrical tank has radius r meters and height h meters. The volume of the tank is 2,000 pi meter cubed. Find A, an expression for the height h in terms of the radius r. B, an expression for the total surface area S in meters squared in terms of the radius r. C, the radius r when the total surface area is a minimum. And D, the minimum total surface area S in meter squared. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem from mathematics, and we are told that there is a closed cylindrical tank which has a radius r meters and height h meters. The volume of the tank is 2,000 pi meter cubed. Contestants were to do 4 things. Let's look at them systematically. The first one is to find an expression for the height h in terms of the radius r. Let's look at how to look at that. So the volume, let's call it V, right? The volume V is equal to pi r squared h. This is very familiar to everyone. And so we basically have this to be equal to 2,000 pi because that's what's been given in the question. And so we make h the subject of all of this, and we get h is equal to 2,000 over r squared. This is the relationship. This is worth 2 marks. B, they were to find an expression for the total surface area S in meters squared in terms of the radius r. Okay, so again, we look at this. Let the surface area be S. In fact, that's what we've been told to do. S is the surface area. So S is equal to pi multiplying 2r squared plus 2rh. Or if you want to expand it, the original form that came to this was 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. This is again very, very familiar to all of us, right? Yes. And so we can factor out the pi, and we get S is equal to pi multiplying 2r squared plus 2 times 2,000 over r. We've substituted the information that we have for h. Okay, for getting this far, now we have a relationship between S and R. So for getting this far, 2 more points. C, the contestants were to find the radius R when the total surface area is a minimum. Okay, so looking at this, for a minimum, we need to first look at the derivative, right? It's an optimization thing. So we need to look at the derivative. So the first derivative with respect to R of S, so ds dr is equal to pi multiplying 4, the expression for R minus 4,000 over R squared. And this has to be set to 0 in order to have a minimum. If you got this far, 2 more points. Now, at this stage, we have an equation we can solve to get R. So we simplified this expression. We see that R cubed is equal to 1,000, and so R has to be 10. 1 more point for this. But we are not done. We need to convince ourselves, and by the way, this is very good practice. It's very, very good practice to do this. If you're expecting a minimum, certain conditions must prevail. If it's a maximum, other conditions will prevail. So in order to check to assure yourself that it's truly a minimum, you take the second derivative of S with respect to R. And if you do that, you will get 4 pi plus 8,000 pi over R cubed. And this is equal to 12 pi, which is greater than 0 when we substitute R equals 10. As this is greater than 0, we have convinced ourselves that it truly is a minimum. It's 1 point for this common sense check. All right. Then finally, contestants were to find the minimum total surface area S in meters squared. All right. So basically, we are going to substitute what we know. We know what R is. We know it's a minimum for R equals 10. We substitute 10 everywhere, and we will wind up with S in meters squared is equal to pi multiplying 200 plus 400 meters squared. And this will give us 600 pi meters squared. For getting this far, 2 more points, making a total of 10 points. This is a suggested solution from the consultants. Now let's see what our contestants did. GSTS. GSTS, you started well. The volume Yes. Leading, using the volume to obtain an expression between H and R. That worked out for you, so you have 2 points there. Then the surface area, you also have that. That was right, so 2 more points. Then you try to differentiate. Your differentiation went awfully wrong. And so I can't give you any points for that. Okay? And that's basically the end of what you were able to do. That gives you 4 out of 10. Apam Senior High School. You were able to obtain the relationship for A, 2 points. For B, 2 points. Yes, you were able to differentiate correctly, 2 points. You actually went all the way to obtain R equals 10, 1 more point. And then that's where everything dried up for you. And so you have 7 out of 10. Osei Tutu, this would have been a very good day to give a perfect score, but you have some issues. The first one is actually a small one, but quite important. Considering that we asked you to call the surface area S, you decided to ignore that and went with A. I was willing to overlook that. I was willing to overlook that in my generosity. However, the common sense check to make sure that R equals 10 will actually give you a minimum you did not do at all. But you went ahead, assuming it's a minimum, and went ahead and did everything else. So I can't give you the 1 point. So what I can do for you is to give you the 9 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Before we begin the next round, we have substitutions from all 3 schools. Let's deal with them one after the other. GSTS, Hadir. It's been a pleasure. Best wishes to you. And for him comes Praise God. Where is Praise God? You are welcome, Praise God. Osei Tutu Senior High School, Elliot. Best wishes to you. And in place of Elliot comes Komla. You are welcome, Komla. Okay. Apam Senior High School, Rudolph, it's been a pleasure. Best wishes. And in place of Rudolph comes Emmanuel. All right, I hope everyone has settled down. All right, so round 4. This is the Jupe true or false round. At stake in the round is the Jupe money transfer $20 promo. During this NSMQ season, whenever alumni abroad send money to Ghana using their school's exclusive promo code, Jupe rewards the school with $20 for developmental projects in the school. For this particular contest, Osei Tutu's promo code is Osei Tutu. GSTS is GSTS. And Apam Senior High School is Apam. All right, so the true or false round is proudly sponsored by JuPay Money Transfer. Meet a need, send via JuPay. Alumni, over to you. All right, so contestants, in this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you're right, 2 points. If you're incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 4 points. If it's incorrect, there's that penalty, 1 point. Occasionally, we may have some statements that require 30 seconds of your time. In that case, I'll alert you. Otherwise, it's the usual 10 seconds to give your response. Best wishes, everyone. GSTS. Heat capacity measures the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 unit of mass of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. Yes, praise God.
False.
Yes. Osei Tutu, specific heat capacity depends on the mass of the substance and the temperature to which the substance is being heated. Yes, Komla?
False.
Yes. Apam, if a substance has a high heat capacity, it has a high specific heat capacity. Emmanuel?
True.
Oh, no. That's a false statement. It could be because it has a large mass, right? Okay. Preamble to all schools. Preamble. Indicates whether the following are true or false with respect to what must happen for gaseous exchange to take place in the lungs of mammals. Indicate whether the following, or what the statement I give you, is true or false with respect to what must happen for gaseous exchange to take place in the lungs of mammals. Yes, yes. The blood must have a higher concentration of oxygen than the air entering the lungs. Yes, praise God.
False.
Yes. The blood and the air entering the lungs must have the same concentration levels of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Komla?
False.
Yes. The blood must have a lower concentration of carbon dioxide than the air entering the lungs. Nana Kofi?
False.
Yes. For this next set, you have up to 30 seconds. And I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. In the expansion of, and I have an expression, the expression 1 plus AX. This expression raised to the power n, where n is a positive integer. That's a preamble. Did you get it? Good. So GSTS, the coefficient of x is n. Praise God.
False.
You're right. The coefficient of x squared is n multiplying the expression n minus 1 multiplying a squared over 2. Aslam?
True.
Yes. coefficient of x cubed is n multiplying the expression n minus 1, multiplying another expression n minus 2, multiplying a cubed over 3.
False.
Yes. GSTS. A single mode fiber optic cable can only carry one light wavelength at a time. Praise God.
False.
You're right. A single mode fiber optic cable is single mode at a particular wavelength because the core diameter is small compared to that of multi-mode fiber. Komla?
False.
No, it's a true statement. A single mode fiber optical cable significantly attenuates any light launched into it because its core is so small. Emmanuel?
False.
Yes. A salt formed from the reaction of a weak acid and a weak base will always produce a neutral solution upon hydrolysis. Praise God.
False.
Yes. A strong acid and a strong base produce a salt that does not undergo hydrolysis and hence forms a neutral solution. Yes, Komla?
True.
Yes. The extent of hydrolysis of a salt is independent of the concentration of the salt solution. Emmanuel?
True.
No, it's a false statement. All right, next set. I have a preamble to all schools. Indicate whether the given statement is true or false with respect to the reasons why exotic species are a threat to biodiversity. Did you get it? All right. So GSTS, exotic species are better adapted for environments than some native species. Praise God.
True.
No, that's a false statement. Exotic species which are pre-adapted to an environment have the potential to eliminate other native species which they may outcompete or prey on. Komla?
True.
Yes. Exotic species always thrive when put in a new environment they are not native to and eventually overtake it. Yes, Nana Kofi.
False.
You are right. For the next set, you may need 30 seconds, and I have a short preamble to all schools. Preamble. The gradient of the function, that's the preamble. The gradient of the function, okay, so GSTS. F of x is equal to the expression x raised to the power 6 minus 1 over x cubed is 3x squared plus 1 over 2x squared. Praise God.
False.
You're right. Osei Tutu with the same preamble. F of x is equal to the expression x raised to the power 4 plus 3x. This expression over x squared is 2x plus 3 over x squared. Yes, Komla.
False.
You're right. Apam. F of x is equal to the expression 4x to the power 6 minus 3x squared. This expression divided by x to the power 4 is 8x plus 6 over x cubed. Nana Kofi.
True.
Yes. Last set of statements for the round. And I have a short preamble to all schools. Preamble. If a body is in mechanical equilibrium, that's all. If a body is in mechanical equilibrium, yes, no force acts on it. Praise God.
False.
Yes. The net force on it is 0. Kwamla?
True.
Yes. Last statement with the same preamble. The net torque on it is 0. Yes, Nana Kofi.
True.
Yes. I think you need to clap for physics consultant. He was very generous. That's the end of the 4th round. Apam Senior High School has 36 points. Osei Tutu Senior High School has 43 points. Round 5, 5th and final round. In this round, I would like to remind you that we have the Goil Super Bonanza. As I initially mentioned, if you solve all 4 riddles in this round, you get 2,000 Ghana cedis. If you solve 3 out of the 4, you get 1,600 Ghana cedis. And if you solve 2 out of the 4, you get 1,000 Ghana cedis. And if you solve even 1, you get 500 Ghana cedis. So please try hard to get these rewards from Goil. The Goil Super Bonanza is proudly sponsored by Goil, Good Energy. All right, so we're going to be solving riddles. There are 4 of them. For an opportunity to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, GSTS? Thank you. Osei Tutu and Apam. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. Best wishes, everyone. First riddle. I am an interdisciplinary field of study. I emerged as a new idea in the early 1960s, but my definition has taken several decades to refine. My implementation is still undergoing adjustment, and my broader recognition as a new paradigm is relatively recent. I was introduced by an American ecologist, Howard Odum, and others as utilizing natural energy sources as the predominant input to manipulate and control environmental systems. I use ecology and engineering to predict, design, construct, or restore and manage. Yes, praise God.
Restoration ecology.
No. I continue. And manage ecosystems that integrate human society with its natural environment for the benefit of both. So who am I? Yes. Nana Kofi.
Ecological engineering.
Pardon?
Ecological engineering.
You are right. 3 points. Next riddle. I am an important chemical reaction. I am an exothermic process. I am commonly used in the food industry to improve the stability. Yes.
Okay.
Aslam.
You are fermentation.
That's incorrect. I continue. To improve the stability and texture of fats, I involve the use of metal catalysts such as platinum. Yes, praise God.
Hydrogenation reaction.
Yes. Next one. I am a physical quantity. I am called force, yet I am no force at all. Yes. Nana Kofi.
Inertia.
No. I continue. I may be induced.
Motive force.
You're right. They solved it on the fourth clue. 3 points. 3 points. Last riddle. I am a polygon. I have an even number of sides and angles. Yes, Nana Kofi.
A duodecagon.
No. I continue. The sum of my interior angles is 8 pi radians.
Decagon. Decagon.
No. For you. Each interior angle is 4 pi over 5 radians. I have 10 axes of symmetry and fit my outline in 20 positions. I am equilateral and equiangular. If that's the case, who am I?
Regular decagon.
Yes. 3 points. Please plan to be with us next time when we bring you St. James Seminary Senior High School, Pope John Senior High School and Minor Seminary, and Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Before I announce the final scores, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Gold PLC and supported by Joy News, Pepsodent, Jupe Money Transfer, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Beta Malts, ALX, Kivo, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Coronation Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, University of Mines and Technology, Academic City University College, PMMC Jewelry, GTP, CHAS, YFM, and Graumark Foundation. The 2024 edition of the STEM Festival will come off from the 7th to the 23rd of November 2024. Please join us as we delve into the theme exploring agri-tech solutions to boost Ghana's economy. Thank you very much. Now, at the end of the contest, here are the final scores. GSTS has 30 points. Apam Senior High School has 39 points. Osei Tutu Senior High School has 46 points. GSTS, thanks for being here. Best wishes to you. Apam Senior High School, thank you for giving us a good contest. All the best. Osei Tutu Senior High School, congratulations on winning the contest. Well done. You have booked yourselves an appointment with me for the semifinals. I look forward to seeing you. All right. But this is not the end. This is not the end. Kindly allow me to sign off. There will be plenty of time for singing. All right. Yes. So remember we were in the Super Bonanza? All right. So Osei Tutu Senior High School, you are going to receive 500 Ghana cedis for solving one riddle. Apam Senior High School, you will also receive 500 CDs for solving one riddle. And GSTS, you will receive 1,000 Ghana CDs for solving 2 riddles. Yes. All right. There's something else at stake. Unfortunately, your score is not high enough for this because we already have one score which is higher than yours. But there is the Pepsodent Highest Scorer Award, which at this stage is worth 3,000 Ghana cedis. We'll see what happens. This award is sponsored by Pepsodent. Every smile matters. All right, so my name is Elsie Fakofman, and this has been a Primetime production. See you next time. Bye.
They're asking for you.